the Trinity? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you. Now I know you're honest. Say it again.
Yes.
Okay. So stop attacking the Trinity. Now I'm going to give you one more from Jesus, and I'm going to go back to the other caller. Because you honestly said it, you can now stay in my channel and learn. Stop debating. Learn the faith. Now I'm going to show you something. Go to your Quran, Surah Al-Hajj, chapter 22 of the Quran. When you get there, I want you to look verses 6 and 7.
That is because Allah is the truth, and because he gives life to the dead, and because he is over all things competent. And that they may know that the hour is coming, no doubt about it, and that Allah will resurrect those in the graves.
Okay, pay attention to what your Quran said. Allah's the truth, Al-Haq. He gives life to the dead. The hour is coming, have no doubt about it, where he will raise them from the graves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on Yawm al-Qiyamah, I want you to listen carefully. On the day of judgment, Allah at the hour raises the dead from their graves. He's the truth and he gives life. So remember that, because now I'm going to read to you something from the Gospel of John. I'll read it for you. You can write it down. John 5:21. For as the Father raises the dead, this is Jesus speaking, as the Father raises the dead and gives life to them, even so the Son gives life to whom he will. Quran says Allah gives life to whom he will. Jesus says, I, the Son, and the Father, we give life to whom we will. That's number one. John 5:25. Most assuredly, I say to you, the hour is coming. Don't forget what you read in Surah Al-Hajj. In chapter 22, verse 7, it says, the hour is coming, have no doubt about it, Allah will raise them from their graves. Notice what Jesus said, John 5:25. Most assuredly, I say to you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. Jesus says, that hour, they're going to hear the voice of the Son of God, my voice, and they'll come to life. Oh my goodness. John 5:28-29. Write it down. Do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming, which all who are in their graves will hear his voice. And 25, it says, the voice of the Son of God, and come forth. Now, final one, John 14, verse 6. Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Okay, you just read in your Quran, Allah is the truth. He gives life. The hour comes, Allah will raise them from the graves. Jesus here said, I'm the Son of God, who like the Father gives life to whom I want. I am the truth and the life, and the hour is coming where those in the grave will hear my voice, the voice of the Son of God, and live. Why is Jesus speaking as if he's your God, Allah?
Everything that you have just said is from John.
And so if I show you from Muhammad that John is the gospel, are you going to say I'm stupid and I'm sorry for arguing with my prophet?
Oh, the prophecy of Muhammad in the gospel.
Which one? I know
Isaiah. Yeah.
That's not the gospel. Let me try it again. Which gospel prophesied Muhammad?
Which one?
John 14,
John
14, John 15, John 16, where Jesus says, I will pray, the Father will give you another paraclete. So John is good enough to show that Muhammad is prophesied. But when the same John shows that Jesus claimed to be God, oh, but that's John. That's John. Who cares about John? You sure? You want me now go to Matthew, Mark, and Luke and show you that Jesus does what the Quran says Allah does?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to chapter 89, verses 21-22 of the Quran.
89:21 says, no, when the earth has been leveled, pounded, and crushed.
Yep.
And 22 says, and your Lord has come, and the angels rank upon rank.
So who's coming when the last day when the earth is crushed?
Your Lord.
And the angels, right?
Yes.
And if you read 23, this is the day of judgment, because what does it say in 23?
And brought within view the day is held. That day man will remember it, but what good to him will be the remembrance.
Okay, so don't tell me, don't tap dance around this. It says, your Lord is coming with the angels at that day. That's the day of judgment. Okay, now go to Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 210.
Do they await, but the Allah should come to them in covers of clouds, and the angels as well, and the matter is then decided, and to Allah all matters are returned.
So it's talking about the Jews. So you're waiting for Allah to come on the shadows of the clouds with the angels to decide the matter, meaning the day of judgment. So who comes on the shadows of the clouds with angels?
Allah.
You sure, right?
That's what it says in
Okay.
Baqarah.
Matthew 16:27. Guys, I want you to hear. The Quran says Allah's coming with the angels, and he comes with the shadows of the clouds on the day of judgment. Okay, Matthew 16:27. Let's see what Jesus says. Okay, for the Son of Man will come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he will reward each according to his works. Jesus says, I, the Son of Man, coming in the glory of my Father with the angels to repay people. According to the Quran, is the prophet coming with the angels to judge?
In the Quran, Surah Baqarah says Allah.
And then chapter 89 says your Lord, right?
Yes.
But Jesus said, I, the Son of Man, am coming in the glory of my Father with the angels to repay people according to what they've done. Oh my goodness. Matthew 25.
But it's not a contradiction.
Where's the contradiction? So you believe Jesus is your God, Allah?
No, I said it's not a contradiction because...
How can it not be a contradiction if Jesus is just a prophet? How does he come with angels to judge the world when your Quran says Allah is coming?
Listen, this is one of my questions because in the Bible, Jesus always refers to himself as Son of Man. So
but you're not listening, sister. Let's try it again. Jesus is Son of Man because he's man. What do you think? We think he's a ghost like Casper? But let me repeat, you're not listening. The Son of Man is coming in the glory of his Father. So the Son of Man is the Son of God, the glory of his Father with the angels to judge. Is the Quran in agreement? Jesus is going to come with the angels to judge the world.
That's what it says in the Quran, yes.
So Jesus is coming to judge the world. So you just proved Jesus is Allah, your Lord. Thank you.
I didn't say Jesus. I
so
said
the Quran, who's coming with the angels to judge the world?
The Lord, yes.
And he's coming with the angels to do what?
To judge the world.
And he's coming on the clouds, right?
Yes.
But Jesus said, I am the Son of Man, because he's man. Nobody thinks he's Casper, the friendly ghost, who will come in the glory of my Father with the angels to judge everyone. Do you believe that what Jesus said agrees with your Quran?
Agrees with the Quran.
The Quran's, oh my goodness, you're so demonized. You see it, but you don't want to say it because now this proves Muhammad is the son of the devil. The Quran is clear. Allah, your Lord, comes to judge with the angels, not a creature, not an Jibreel, not Muhammad, not a prophet. But in Matthew, Jesus says, I am the Son of Man. I will come in the glory of my Father with my angels, and I will judge the world and repay them. According to the Quran, Jesus is claiming what only Allah does. But let me give you a couple more from Matthew. Are you ready?
Okay, sure.
Matthew 24, 29 to 31. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light. Stars will fall from heaven and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Now watch 30. The sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven. Then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. They will gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the earth to the other. So Jesus says, I, the Son of Man, will come on the clouds of heaven. I will send my angels to gather my elect at that day. Yet your Quran says it's your Lord, your Allah, who comes on the shadows of the clouds with the angels on that day. Wow. And in case you didn't get it, you still want to be blind? Matthew 25, verses 31 to 33.
Matthew 25.
Verses 31 to 33. Let's see what Jesus again says. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, the Son of Man comes in his glory,